Hey, it's ADIA. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have this makeup look, which is like a peachy spring makeup look. And this video is going to be the first in a series of videos that will be old and new. So I'll be highlighting something new. In this case, it's the NARS Foundation, as well as some of the new NARS concealer shades and the ColourPop new spring collection blushes and their lipsticks. So lots of new things, but then also some old favorites, and that's the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. And I'm gonna do this series because I feel like we are so bombarded with new makeup all the time, which obviously I love, but then it's like we don't really get a chance to fully explore and maximize some of our old makeup because we're always seeing the new things. And so I just kind of wanted to revisit an old favorite and also introduce some new makeup that I've been really liking. And some of it is brand new. I haven't tried it at all before this video. So I hope you guys like this look. I hope you guys like the concept of this series that I'll be doing. And if so, please like and subscribe, and also share this video on Facebook and Pinterest. And also please leave me some comments below of some old favorites that you would love to see me use in upcoming tutorials. So that's it. Without further ado, we're gonna get started. Thanks again for watching.
All right, so first I'm going to start with the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Moorea. This is one of the new foundation shades that they've released. I typically use the shade Cadiz, but this shade Moorea is more olive, and I feel like it's a great match to my skin tone right now. So I just put it on with my finger and then buff it out with an It Cosmetics foundation brush. I feel like this has a really nice skin-like finish, and I really love this foundation. To contour, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks Matte Skin Stick in the shade Truffle. You've seen me contour before. I'm starting to get more and more in the habit of contouring, especially when I do use foundation. I think contouring definitely helps add more dimension. It makes the look a little bit more natural, ironically, even though I'm adding more product. And by the way, I'm using a MAC Cosmetics 188 dual fiber brush for this contour. Then for concealer, these are also two new shades. Chestnut is what I'm using here, and as you can see, it has kind of like a peachy undertone, and this really helps to counteract darkness under my eyes, and I'm just using a damp beauty blender to blend this in. And then I go back with Sucre d'Orge, I'm totally butchering that, to highlight the rest of my face. So I go down the center of my face and then a teensy bit under my eyes just to kind of tie the whole look together. And this color is more yellow, and I think it's a really great highlighting shade. And then before I powder, I use my ring finger to press out any creases, and then I apply the MAC Patrick Star Collab Patrick's powder with a large fluffy brush. I do this just because I didn't really want a ton of powder anywhere. I'm not trying to have my face be super matte, but just like a dusting all over, focusing in the areas that I concealed. Then for brows, this should be no surprise. I use my Goof Proof brow pencil in the shade 5 to lightly fill in my brows just to add a teensy bit of definition and fill in the sparse areas. I didn't want my brows to be super intense for this look, so I just lightly filled them in and then I set it in place with the Glossier Boy Brow in clear. I think this kind of feathers them nicely and I really like how it looks. So for a shadow, I use the Too Faced eyeshadow palette, and then I took a flat shadow brush by Zoeva and I applied the shade Candied Peach onto my lid, just slowly building up layers of this color to get it vibrant. This color is fairly pigmented, but I kind of just layered it little by little so that I didn't have any fallout. Then I used the Zoeva Luxe Soft Crease, I believe. And I use that same shade, Candied Peach, as well as a deeper kind of burnt orange shade called Summer Yum to kind of lightly go above the crease. So here you can see those two shades, and I just kind of, with my eyes open, go above the crease, and that helps make sure that the fold in my eye doesn't like cover the lid color. It just kind of carries it above the fold to make sure that you can really see that peach, because I really wanted the peach color to be pretty dramatic. I didn't want it to be totally covered up by my eyelid. And then I used this matte cream color called Peaches and Cream to very lightly blend out the crease into my brow bone. Last on the eyes, I use a pencil brush and mix that same lid color, Candied Peach, with this shimmery brown color called Caramelized. And I just went under the lower lash line just to add a little bit of definition. I think using the peach color with the brown makes this shade a little bit lighter and not as intense for like an everyday makeup look. Then of course I add mascara. This is the Lash Paradise, I believe. And for my cheeks, I use the new ColourPop Highlighting Cheek Duo. This is from their Spring Butterfly Collection. The highlighter shade is called Zoom, and it's a really pretty, like goldy peach color. It's not super intense at first, so I kind of layered it on a little bit using a Morphe brush. I think it's the 501. And once I built up this color a little bit, I really did like the way it looks. I think it's super flattering on my skin tone. Really nice everyday kind of highlight that's not super metallic. It's not really intense, but I think it looks nice. As you can see, I'm pretty satisfied with it. And then for blush, I use the blush shade called Zip, which is very, very pigmented. And I also was using a Zoeva cheek brush, which picks up a lot of pigment. So I kind of had to tone down that pigment and then switch to a fluffier brush because that blush is super, super pigmented. But overall, I think this duo is a really, really nice set. I believe it's $16, so really affordable. And I would recommend checking it out if you like those peachy golden tones. And then for my lips, I use the ColourPop Luxe lipstick in Layover. It's a really beautiful pinky brown, which is a teensy bit of peach. I think this is a very wearable peachy nude. It's not like super bright or like a big contrast against my lips and skin tone. So that's it. Hope you like this look, and thanks again for watching.